I had no clue this released a long time ago. Dear God, is it loud. It's actually one of those games that I randomly found, again, trying to find zombie games. And I didn't realize that this released a long time ago, in 2023, because I'd actually been looking forward to this game. This game was on my wishlist since 3 years ago. So it came out 2 years ago. I didn't know, because I didn't use the wishlist button. I didn't actually organize the list very well. And last Halloween, we did more, I guess, like Cthulhu-style stuff, so it was a very different theming for the horror games. This time around, we're actually doing full-on horror, like, style of horror games, or at least things that come close to the traditional idea of what horror is. And I think zombies are a good horror concept that is, I think, a mainstay classic of the genre now. Professional mode? Professional mode is intended for players who completed story mode. It offers an open-ended remix of the game. No. I don't think I want this. That's cool and all. There's a lot of really cool things in this, but no, that's not what I want. This game, as soon as you see what it is, I think you'll recognize the two genres that it pulls together. And again, it's funny that it pulls them together because, in a way, I sort of wonder why it didn't pull them together. Why nothing has tried this before. Gloomy little building. I'll never get used to this. Dr. Catherine Olsen. It's my first day at Ares headquarters. I should report to the captain in his office. So again, you have your classic style of, Resident Evil-esque walking, although with a much more top-down isometric camera angle, which feels a lot more like the old Flash games, actually. Very old style zombie Flash games. But it's the other portions of it that I think also make it way more interesting, because while this is cool, it's sort of like we've seen this before many times, and with a story game, it works really, really well too. It's sort of like a well-known thing where it's like, if you want to make a story game, I feel like this is a great way to do it, because you give so much of an overview of what's happening, and you give so much control to the player, but you're still able to pack the scene with a lot of detail. And in fact, it feels a lot like an old school ARPG in that sense. The Destiny of Lieutenant Eric Downs. Trophies for marksmanship and eligible bachelorship are displayed prominently. What? Trophies for marksmanship and eligible bachelorship are displayed prominently. What other eligible bachelorship? This is not. I'm assuming bachelorship as in like, oh, he's a bachelor, aka he's single, but not. Maybe it's not that. Maybe eligible bachelorship as in like a real bachelorship. A silver medal for karate has been hidden poorly behind them. Hey, leave my secondary desk alone, says Special Something Species Space Mike Kelly. What's your title again? Yeah, I'm Mike. I do cyber. You do cyber. No one says that, man. Nobody says that. That's weird, dude. Like, I do cyber? Yeah, cybering means something else, man, okay? You do, I don't know. Just be honest with yourself. Be honest with everyone around you, okay? Programmers are not that cool. I say this as a programmer. All we do is we type on the keyboard and things show up on screen. Yeah, I do cyber. Huge news. I haven't changed my name or mastered a new field of tactical operations since you talked to me 5 seconds ago. Oh, special agent, special tactics. Huge news. Oh. That's a sign to say don't talk to them again. The death of Lieutenant Ashley Kowalski. Wait, what? Isn't that the guy from Monsters, Inc.? What appears to be a rare plant sits next to the keyboard. What are you rifling around her desk for? Her diary? She doesn't even keep it there. Of course you would know. It's a plant. That's not your desk. Quit snooping. Why? I actually like I like how they play with the genre trope of like the player would really enjoy. Like, because there's something funny about the fact that you as a player constantly prod and poke at things, and you want to like inspect things and see things, but then say in Zelda, no one cares that you're breaking their vases. I like how this game explicitly talks about it. This probably isn't like the places you worked before. People don't stand around the water cooler and chit chat. We're kind of hardcore. What? Oh, too hardcore to have a chat with like normal people, huh? Ares Memorial Day Barbecue, May 27th, 1996. I'm assuming this might be recent, I'm not sure. Kind of weird how the captain asked you to be in that picture even though we had just found out you were joining. Very recent, yeah. Felt like you were being given credit for contributing to the team, and even though you haven't done anything yet. Seems like an awkward and uncomfortable position to put the rest of us in. Imagine if somebody made you feel like that. Awkward and uncomfortable. It was not my fault, man. Just talk to your boss. And don't remind Eric he has a desk. I need it. What? Briefing room. What? I can look into it. Huh. Oh. Well, that's interesting. Wait. The table is covered in documents, including full blueprints for Breckenridge Hill. Ares Division, briefing June 22nd, 1996. The slide projector waits patiently. A soft fan is heard and a beam of light cuts through the dusty air. Watch the mission briefing? Sure. An initial slide displays the Ares Division insignia as well as the date. The target is prominently displayed with a last known photograph. It appears to be some form of employee identification. The crime is detailed. A merciless familicide. Is that really the term? There's no way it's familicide, is it? Like, it makes sense, but it sounds stupid. It is! Wait, a familicide is a type of murder or murder-suicide in which an individual kills multiple close family members or in quick succession, children, spouses, or siblings, or parents. Huh. In half the cases, the killer lastly kills themselves. If only the parents are killed, the case may also be referred to as a parricide. That also makes sense, because I've heard of patricide and fratricide, but I didn't think about the idea of like both parents, and then matricide as well. I never thought about the idea of both parents. It's parricide. So homicide for one person, parricide, matricide, fratricide, familicide. What are the sides good there? What's a cousin side? Cousin-side? Aunticide? Uncle-side? Relicide? Relicide? Relativicide? That's good. A crime is default area with by the target with no known motive. So, not his family though. He had a different last name from his family, from this family that died. Last known location was the Breckenridge Hall. An intelligence report details the area to which the target is believed to have fled. Breckenridge Hall, an abandoned mansion in upstate New York. Of course, it's a mansion. Speculation is offered that the target may have stolen a classified substance from his employer, a major pharmaceutical company. Okay, we see where this is going. Whether an exposure to it may be responsible for a sudden psychosis is left unsaid, but the connection to private interest to this mission is made clear. If possible, the sample is to be recovered intact. The presence of this potentially dangerous sample is the reason that you, Dr. Catherine Olsen, have been assigned to Ares and placed provisionally in command. Why is this addressed to me and nobody was in the room and nobody told me about this? So I'm the commander of this operation. That's very interesting. A final note informs the team to rendezvous on the helipad, rooftop helipad at 0400. It means I have to go now. A board with details about the upcoming mission. The suspect is believed to have fled the Breckenridge Hall, an abandoned estate in the woodlands of upstate New York, right? Books over here, a bunch of stuff over here. I don't think there's a time. I guess there is a time. I see your whole menu. I mean, obviously there's a menu, but I'm just sort of impressed at how much detail this game has. Very few games even make the HUD reminiscent of that old time. Like, something about Resident Evil HUDs I really, really enjoy. Because they're all very imaginative. They have this flavor to them that feels a lot like the flavor that you would get if you tasted the flesh of somebody who's really into police dramas. Hola, Dr. Olsen. I know your rank is informal, but I've given you the desk closest to the captain. Thank you, Sergeant. I know you've been his right-hand man for a long time. Have a look at the memo on your desk before you head in. It may be underneath the cupcake Lieutenant Kowalski baked for you. And when you're ready, the captain is waiting. Thanks, Javier. Thanks, Javier. Bye. Before I do that, what other rooms are here? Because there should be a bunch, no? There's one over here. The elevator doors are shut, so that's closed. What? The board contains reminders on the handling of classified materials, a firing range schedule, and a handwritten note about confidential counseling services. Seemingly untouched pamphlets on transfer opportunities to Gemini, Leo, and Scorpio are pinned here as well. And I did get something here. I did get a archive. Ares Survival Guide. Exploration. Run, interact, raise weapon, raise, engage enemy. Yeah, see, this is... You get a hint of what you're about to see, but and I know it looks normal, but you're about to see something really cool with the gameplay. If I ever get there, but I want to see my whole team first, because I feel like it's a waste to not talk to them. in a very story-based game. Dr. Olson, nice to finally have you here. We still need to use this room as an infirmary, but I've set most of it up for your experiments. Why don't you go say hello to Henry the Rat? Supplies beneath the bed suggest that this room is used to avoid the need for casualties to become public knowledge. That's an interesting statement to make. Which makes sense, though. Hello, Henry. I'm gonna briefly inspect you for... Ow. Henry? That bite nearly broke the skin! It hurt me so bad that my heart rate is falling and the blood is oozing out of my body, gushing outwards. The specimen you procured is dangerous. It attacked me immediately. Yeah, Doc, it's a rat. Henry? That's impossible. Every member of the team has handled them without incident. Even Mike. I'm sure he'll get used to you. Maybe he's hungry. Take this first aid kit for the bite. You acquire the first aid kit. Oh, and go see the captain after you get patched up. He wants to talk to you about our mission. Sure. Hold E to open the healing menu. Okay, well, I don't want to use it. A comprehensive set of vials, beakers, and other tools for chemical and biological experiments. Excited to learn a lot from you, Dr. Olson. Thanks. Can I talk to you again? Henry looks up expectantly. I have no food for you. Henry shows no interest. He hates me. Maybe he wants to eat my cake. An advanced chemical synthesizer, the smell of new metal and plastic lingers in the air. That was the model you wanted, right? They brought it in last week. How often... I wonder if I remember... Usually with these games, right? You never have a home base, you just have a save room. I wonder if I ever get to come back here, or if this is just for, you know, flavor text. A medical cabinet filled with antibiotics, painkillers, and other provisions for the treatment of combat wounds. Because this is a lot to write for things that we'll never see again. Maybe, I mean. But it does seem to hint at something interesting. That's a rooftop. A warning sign provides extensive rules for making use of the indoor firing range. Several more, all of which pertain to common sense, have been added with a black printed marker. Hello, I'm assuming you're Mike? Mike? Put the gun down, man. Whoa! Never sneak up on someone with a gun in their hand, Doc. Safety first. Lieutenant, we're in a safe zone. If... this is crazy. Lieutenant, if I wanted to kill you, I would have just shot you. There was no need for you to, like, carry the gun to turn around. That's just you being a hard ass for no reason. I'm just kidding. Welcome to Ares. Shooting people is an important part of our job. That's why I like to train my sights on random people at all times. You know, just swing it over and maybe, just maybe, I'll get a good shot off. Grab a pistol from that storage box and we'll see if you remember anything from basic training. I don't. What? It's a box of 9mm bullets. Yeah, sure. Yes. I am a little annoyed that it switches the controls for doing different things all the time. It's like, okay, here you use keyboard, otherwise you use mouse to select things, and then it's sort of annoying, but I kind of get why. It's hard to make a consistent scheme when the rest of the game, from what I've seen from the gameplay videos of this, require you to use the mouse. A warning sign provides extensive rules. Okay, yeah, let's see. Notes. Raise weapon. Look around, aim weapon, fire weapon. Look around using the middle mouse button. Aim weapon, fire weapon. Change weapons. Raise melee weapon. Melee attack. Resist enemy. Show items. Use item. Shift escape from combat. Get the pistol. Don't forget, Doc, if you run out of ammo, you can always find more in those storage boxes. And I like to leave them all over the place. You leave boxes of live ammunition sitting at random locations throughout your mission zones. Don't worry, we have tons. Don't worry, boss. We got plenty of these. All over the place. 1? Sure. Confirm. 2. I really wish the UI showed me the number of what slot was what, but I guess it'd be too noisy. The BR van is 9mm pistol, standard issue sidearm. The dual tang street scythe pump action shotgun, standard weaponry for house clearing. LNK submachine gun available to Ares Division for support and suppression fire. Rarely recommended for missions where 9mm ammo may be scarce. Hold 1 to reload. Hold R to reload. There we go. Alright, buddy. Great work, Doc. Step in front of that paper guy and we'll get started. Hold thing. Press left click to enter combat. This is the cool part of this game. It's such a genius idea, because it's like, The fear, right, with a gun, when you're playing a Resident Evil style game, and sort of the reason why the mechanic of having you stop the shoot instead of move the shoot, even though it's sort of, I guess nowadays we know it's sort of more of an accident and sort of more of a they didn't want to do it, but like it does up the tension, but it feels clunky because you can't move while you shoot, right? But if you go Resident Evil 4, then you go too actiony. So why don't you just get the best of both worlds? When you go into a first-person view, you shoot, but you also force the player to stand there. So it feels a lot like House of the Dead or Time Crisis. And House of the Dead is a classic zombie game. But you know what I hated the most from House of the Dead? You were on rails. You just had to keep shooting. It was just on rails action all the time. You had no choice in the matter except for what you shot sometimes. So why not combine the two? It's honestly genius. Because now you get the storytelling of a normal sort of like adventure game, right? You also get the gameplay of something like House of the Dead, as well as like any other first-person shooter. It's great. Then when reel a gun to point up at somebody. Give it a shot. Take aim and right-click and fire with the left. Hey, look at this. And then this like pseudo 3D view, or maybe it is a 3D view. So cool. Your shots will hit with moreness if you aim them, but it wastes time. I hate it. What are you doing? Stop that pose. You're freaking me the fuck out. Stop it. Boom! I can't kill him. Press R to reload, and don't forget that shooting at people makes them upset. So they'll keep coming at you while you do. Please stop shooting me. Professor, please, I'm begging you. It hurts. Professor, please, everything hurts. Those paper targets are horrible wrestlers, so I'll replace them. Press left click to break my grab. Gladly. I don't believe you read my file, Lieutenant. Ow, okay, please, I clicked too much. Okay, they should have put like a pause there before you could skip the dialogue. Put your guard and hit me as not hard as you can. Melee attack. You're pretty quick, Doc. Think fast. The more times you let a target grab you, the more cardio it takes to break the hold. And cardio is for losers. Cardio is for losers, Doc. Cardio is for losers, Doc. Finally, don't forget that you can escape. What if I don't want to? Die, Eric, die! This is why you need trigger discipline, Eric. This is why you need trigger discipline. You can't just swing your gun all around, Eric. People are gonna die, Eric. Lieutenant, you gotta learn how to use the gun safely, Eric. Lieutenant, this is what you get for not learning how to use the gun safely. Sorry, it's so fun to turn up the volume and just shoot, sorry. I get why people are afraid of me. Look at that feeling. Oh god, the feeling is so good. Infinite. I don't have infinite shotgun ammo. What? Even if he's immune, right? He must be blind. But he bleeds here. The best part is that he bleeds here. There's blood everywhere. There's blood on the floor. He's shaking in pain. He's got like bullet holes everywhere. There's nothing left of the guy. Should have never come here. Okay, I'll stop. Bye, Lieutenant Eric. That was good. Wow. For a doctor, you're pretty good at killing things. Anyways, I'm dead now. I'm not that kind of doctor. That's what I just said. No need to repeat the tutorial, Doc? Nah, I'm good. If you change your mind, you know where to find me. I can't think of any reason to be anywhere else. I can't think of any reason to be anywhere else except at the gun range shooting everyone. What a great person. I love him. I need more ammo. I wonder how you choose where you want to, like, do you have to fight in specific designated zones, right? Because it's sort of weird that I can't fight in every zone. Sorry, Doc. You're not allowed in there. Neither am I. Not anymore. Not after I killed all of our teammates. Because if it is designated zones, I can see it being kind of boring, where you can't choose, but I'm curious how it plays out. I was hoping it'd be more something like, there's another game coming out which sort of plays with this idea, Halston. And that game is really, really interesting, where it has the exact same concept, but you can go into that third-person shooting mode at any time. And sometimes it's even like a first-person game. So you have the same adventure sort of maneuvering and you get to see everything. So there's sort of like a lack of fear to it to some degree, but also in a way it's more interesting. I think from a story perspective, but you also get to have that same experience of when you need to fight. The fights are very tense. Hey, make sure you put any heavy weaponry back before you leave the range, Doc. They put me in charge of that warning because I kept doing it. Because you kept doing it. What are you doing? Put this away, put this away. I'm sure you will let me keep the pistol, right? Good. I love how I can just keep my sights on them. As if that's not a huge safety hazard. But yeah, I'm excited to see how it plays with these mechanics and how freeform it is too. Hopefully it's not hopefully it's not the type of game where you can only fight in certain zones. Not that that's necessarily a bad thing, but I sort of enjoy that degree of control, even if it's not really necessary. But even if it is, it's not going to ruin the experience for me, so. I apologize in advance for Specialist Kelly. Ares is like a family, by which I mean we cannot get rid of him. Computers. Mierda. Mierda. Computers. Mierda. The desk of Sergeant Javier Rodriguez. The photograph of a young girl rests upon it alongside a pair of brass knuckles. Brass knuckles, Sergeant? Surprisingly mundane. You always need a backup plan. My sentiments exactly. Can I take him? Yeah. Doctor, the last time someone tried to steal my knuckles, they ended up with broken hands. They were unfamiliar with how to use them? No, they were unfamiliar with me. Doctor, what if I just like take it from you by force? Hey, you, talk to me. Hey. I just keep threatening people. You acquire the cupcake. Okay, cool. You acquire the Welcome to Ares notes. Press escape to check your clues in the archive. Right. Maybe the best of intentions, a bit dry. Small notes. Welcome to Ares. Dr. Olson, it is with great pride that we welcome you to the ranks of Ares Division. As the first civilian to be added to the team, we know that your contributions and research in the field of advanced biological weapons will be invaluable. And what's funny about this is that it implies that they know that zombies are going to exist, but like in this world, it's sort of like Resident Evil, where before the first one, no one knew that zombies existed, right? So it's like, why did they even have a biological research person? We are a long way from academia, but the nature of our work requires continuous evolution to new threats. As you know, Ares takes on assignments that regular police departments lack the resources to handle. I'm told you've undergone additional and classified training to ensure your readiness for field work, but please proceed with extreme caution. Prioritizing your safety at the expense of everybody else on the team is now one of my standing orders. What? My safety at the expense of everybody else. At least it's very on the nose with the idea of why the main character within stories are always the most important people. It emphasizes that like strange dichotomy between the player and the NPCs by making it very real. And maybe honestly thus, you know, even more haunting because it's a thing where they know they'll have to sacrifice themselves for me, so they themselves know in advance. It's like, imagine knowing that your entire life, your entire existence is to die for this person who might not even give a shit about you. Because I bet you most players have never even talked to the rat, right? I'm going to feed the rat the cupcake. Most players probably have never even done that. I would appreciate you not putting me in a position where I have no choice but to follow it. Good hunting, Captain Vincent Charles. Good hunting. This computer appears to have fairly limited access to the internet. No doubt for security purposes. I just finished setting up your PC with the necessary protocols and restrictions. I hope you're not breaking it already. He sounds like, he reminds you of the character Pritchard from Deus Ex Human Revolution. That character was fascinating in that he has that same sort of stereotypical, egotistical, arrogant vibe of somebody in that role who's responsible for everyone, but you eventually wear him down and you get to know him more, and it becomes a very interesting, fruitful relationship. Henry's eyes widen at the sight of the cupcake. Eat it. Henry consumes the cupcake and is rapidly sedated by happiness. Now I can have a closer look at you. Henry! Henry's ID tag is 0798. I like that you appreciate the little things, Henry. We shouldn't get attached to them, Dr. Olson. I know. He's gonna die soon. Despite all his rage, Henry is still just a rat in a cage. Despite all his rage, Henry is still just a rat in a cage. Hello. Hello, chat. You already said hello. You already said your chicken wing, apples, and bananas. Your favorite chatter is here. You're not my favorite chatter. You're not even close to like top 10. If I had a favorite chatter, you wouldn't even be on the list. I don't even know my chatteries. Whether people come or go, right? Whether people come or go in my chat, I basically never know. Not to say that I don't appreciate the company of chat, but I don't have the view count on. So I have no clue who is here. You're my chat's favorite chatter. Yeah, that's true, eh? Why did you steal my chat instead of having your own chat? Oh, that's right. Because you never go online. Buddy. Pow. Bucko. A chessboard. There appears to be a game in progress. Being stuck on my next move for ages. Whoever I'm playing against on the other end of that 100 hours free thing is one hell of a strategist. What? Wait, so what's the winning move? You're bad at games. You come here just to steal people. You are bad at games. I actually do agree. You always throw our games. You said this. You set yourself up for that one. I think. Wait a minute. Isn't the solution to move the pawn up? And then they would capture that pawn. And then... Oh, but then there's a queen over there, so you can't do it. I was thinking you move pawn up to h6. White pawn up from h5 to h6. Your chat loves me more. You're the better streamer. Keep in mind, no matter how bad you are at games, go. Ask inside the Discord server whether or not they like you more. Most of them are busy or asleep, so you won't get an answer until tomorrow. The anticipation might kill you. h6. So h5 to h6, and then pawn from g7 takes h6, and then I was thinking maybe you move the queen over to yeah, and then you move the rook over to h5. So you move the rook from f5 to h5, and then you would win. Because the only response then... I mean, I guess they could respond by pushing the queen that way instead. So they could push the queen down towards that side into h4, but then you would take their queen. What are you supposed to ask again? You have ADHD. No, we all have ADHD here. Ask the chat in Discord whether or not they like you more. You needed that. Oil up. I'm glad that you're now... I'm glad you feel good being oiled up. It really should be adding you, actually. The bot should be doing like an at your name. I did notice that last night, but I forgot to fix that. Because last night, people started oiling up. And I realized that it should be doing the oil up as like a... Oil? With the at symbol. At? It also works with the emotes of an oil can. I don't know why this is an emote, but it does work with this too. I think that is the solution. Is you push h5 to h6, and then it's a winning move. Because the only solutions to stopping that is you would have to move the queen to h4, or you take over that pawn. I mean, you just move the queen there, but then you would lose the queen. It's sort of like an interesting position. You could threaten the rook, but then let's say you threaten the rook. What do you get from threatening the rook? I don't get it. You see that I'm playing the scariest of games, chess. Honestly, a horror chess game might be kind of cool. Like, imagine you play a horror chess game, and it could be yet another Resident Evil parody style game, right? So you have the mansion, but the mansion you don't know is laid out like a chessboard. So this entire time, as you're moving around, you're accidentally making moves on a chessboard. Then what do? Right? Then you're doomed, and then you're stuck there. And then it's like, oh no, like you might get checkmated. That could be scary and awful. Listen, Sergeant, you're doomed. The lamp emits a studious glow. The liquor cabinet is stocked with a variety of spirits from around the world, likely collected during foreign operations. That's a nice city view. Wait, usually in these types of games, you never see the city outside. Whereas this, like, that's pretty nice. You get to see life outside. The armor key hangs from a simple hook. Take it. Touch that key again, and I'll put you through this window, Colonel. You must be out of your goddamn mind. Well, I just want stuff. The desk of Captain Vincent Charles, Spartan and unassuming. The evening skyline of Buffalo, New York is visible in the distance. I wish I had a skyline like this. You know what's sad? I watched Office Space again, and I was like, wow, you have these like fake offices where the walls are kind of low. And I was like, I wish I had that. Because now, back in my day, at least we had these fake walls, even if it didn't really go any higher than 4 feet. You youngins nowadays work in an open office where everyone just talks over you. Good to see you again, Catherine. I'm told the rest of your training went well, and that anything else about your work here is on a need-to-know basis. I appreciate you taking the initiative to check in with the rest of the team. Humility and leadership goes a long way here. Being a civilian who automatically comes in as a senior officer has caused a bit of friction, but the people here are professionals. Even if you outrank me, I want us to understand each other. This is still my unit. Without me in charge, the people start dying. So when I tell you to do something, you do it. You're the one that is talking the most in the office, so it's fine. Yeah, that's why I need walls to block you out. You know what it is? Wait. There's a funny zombie movie. It's like Shaun of the Dead level. Office, okay, Shaun of the Dead style zombie movie, where the zombie virus is a bit like the dancing virus, but for talking, right? So everybody just keeps on talking, and it's people trying to block out the noise. And the more words that you hear, the more insane that you go. It could even have like a bit of like a reason for the zombies is that it's a bit like otherworldly, right? Very Lovecraftian, where they were all corrupted by the words that they were hearing. Wait, that's kind of good. Zombie-esque story where people fall ill to a talking virus where they try to talk your ear off in an office. However, because of the invention of noise-canceling headphones, society doesn't collapse, and the 9 to 5 stays stable in this post-talking world. All human conversations happen over IRC. The people talking in real life are all the people who have been infected by the virus. And though it makes people go mad in a Lovecraftian manner, it doesn't lower their work output. So therefore, the 9 to 5 stays stable. The real 9 to 5 circle of hell. The 95th circle of hell for the 9 to 5, right? .txt. The whole goal of the game is to try and reinforce your office. Holy shit, wait. Is to try and perform normal office tasks like scanning documents at the scanner, copying, printing out documents, and handing them out to key business personnel. All the while you try and reinforce your office unit that is one of those 4-foot wall office cubicle things. Maybe it is literally called a cubicle. Cubicle things a la Office Space. Right? So it's like, e.g. the zombie is a TPS report zombie. The zombie is a TPS report zombie, and you have to reinforce it in order to stay alive. And then maybe you have some tools that you eventually build to try and get them off of you, and you can build traps and automated systems to deal with them and stuff. Like a printer that is modified to instead fling paper, fling crumpled paper at the heads of the infected people who try to approach you. Yeah, this is the shittiest concept I've ever made in my entire life. Amazing concept. I think you're lying to me. This is the worst concept I've ever thought of. And it's like the whole game should be in the style of Shaun of the Dead, but Office Space. And Dale and Chip was a Chip and Dale, Dale and Lawson, Dale and Munson, Dale and Dawson. Dale and Dawson Stationary Supply. So it's like that game plus Office Space plus Shaun of the Dead meets I don't know, what's like a good H.P. Lovecraft book? Oh, meets The Color, or I don't know, like The Shadow of Innsmouth or by H.P. Lovecraft. Nightbot is going crazy emote since you have said that you enjoyed the oiling up. I actually don't know. So what's funny about that is that I don't know why Nightbot does that. I've been trying for a very long time to figure out why. Based on the rules that I set, it shouldn't be doing that. But for some reason, Nightbot will double the message every single time. But only for oil up. Something about Nightbot, it loves oiling up. Anyways, thank you for giving me that terrible game idea. That said, this one should be quick and clean. Ready to start the mission? Yeah, sure. Maybe we do go back to the base every single time. I don't know. Wow. We'll make it right at the snow job. Don't mock me. it hurts. Oh! God! My ears! Jesus. Commander. Commander, I don't know what to do. My gun is down. Well, that was fast. Ashley Kowalski. Wait, what? Do we play as each character one by one? Ugh, my head feels like it's gonna explode. Captain? Sergeant? Eric? I like how she says Eric? I guess they are the same rank, so this is Lieutenant Kowalski. Does anyone copy? Ares Command, do you read me? This was not the plan. I've got to find a team, and Monroe could be hiding anywhere. I'm playing as a penguin from Madagascar. That's what the name is from. Thank you. I thought it was the green-eyed guy from Monsters Inc. But I was like, I swear I've heard Kowalski somewhere. It's the spy penguin, right? It's like the really cool penguin, and he's like, Agent Kowalski, you know, talking or like speaking or something, right? That's him. It is Kowalski. Wait a minute. Maybe that's why her name is Ashley Kowalski. Agent Kowalski. Maybe it's all a play. Life's a stage and this game's a play. Or something. That lamp. It lit up right before we were knocked out. Regroup with Ares. I did not expect me to play her. But it does seem like we have to play every single character. Because it did show 6 characters, so... What if I just leave? An imposing entryway. An unseen force prevents the door from opening. This door shouldn't be here. We blew it up. It doesn't make sense. Yeah, of course it doesn't make sense. So what's going on? How could this happen? What is going on? Need to find Monroe, need to meet up with people. The suit bears a massive hammer. A pair of immovable gauntlets holds it firmly in place. There's a door bottom left. There's a backside with a nice sofa, actually. And a window, hey. It's a plant. The guy from Monsters Inc. is called Mike Wazowski. Oh yeah, it's Mike Wazowski, not green-eyed Kowalski. I get it. A locked door. The large keyhole can be peered through easily. Well, you won't let me do the peering, so. Oh, you can. Oh, good. That's interesting. Well, what else can I do? Can I can't lockpick it, or I can't unlock it. So the big door over there. There's a giant hallway door too, and there's a note, actually. This suit wields a barbarous axe. You will die here tonight. Anything you find might help the others escape. What? Something is clipped to the back of the note. Those who do not learn from history are doomed to repeat it. You will die here tonight. Huh. It's the Aries barbecue photo, yeah. So, Monroe knows who we are. If he knows I'm a medic, he probably split me off from the others intentionally. What was that? That shot could be fatal. I have to get over there. How did those doors open? The light flickers as you focus on it. Looking at this lamp triggers a borderline migraine. I remember it chilling on right before we got knocked out. That's where the sound came from here though, no? Unseen force prevents the door from opening. Well, I know somebody got shot, but now the game is very interesting, because if we're gonna die anyways, and maybe everyone dies except for the good doctor, what happens? Because that's a very interesting angle to go for. Because it feels like they're trying to go for like a time loop thing, but it's also sort of complicated, because like, would you go for something like that? I'm not sure. But also it feels interesting because it's like, maybe they all died in an explosion and this is their last chance to help each other. It's a very fascinating take on the game, and take on the idea of what you could do with the story. The suit clutches a noble shield. The shield is locked firmly in place and chained to the knight. King beats queen. That's a bishop. King beats queen, which beats bishop, which beats rook. Heavy fog is pierced by a driving rain. The shape of a helicopter can be seen in the back garden. The suit holds a fearsome sword. A pair of immovable gauntlets holds it firmly in place. An ornate vase. Break it? Yeah, sure. The vase shatters into worthless ceramic shards, but you get ammo. And again, things that I find will help the others because I'm going to die regardless, it said. Strange. What does that mean? Everything's locked. I know, again, she was worried about the gunshot and it could be fatal, so her friends are dying, but... And I know my friends could be dying, but any good RPG requires you to walk around, right? A butterfly is carved into their door. It's too small to peek through. Okay, cool. Yeah. What a fascinating game style. What was that noise? Or maybe I'm being timed right now. Because you will die tonight? Well, what if there's a timer going right now? And I'm just wasting time. It's hard to tell. If it's like a story thing or if it's like a gameplay timing thing. It's interesting how this quote is always worded. Those who do not learn from history are doomed to repeat it. When the real quote is those who cannot remember the past are condemned to repeat it. Like, it's the same meaning, but it's interesting that the wording got changed. It's because if you tell the average person the word condemned, they would ask you, what does that mean? Those who do not learn from history are doomed to repeat it is, I feel like, a much easier way to understand the concept without getting lost in the sauce of what do these words mean, right? Because but I also do think that even the idea of remembering versus learning is like two different concepts. Because it's like, to remember something is, you might remember it, but you may not necessarily learn something from it. Like, maybe the events are fresh in your mind, but you never really understand why it happened. So I think even that change does change the meaning somewhat. It changes it from just a simple, keep in mind what happened into a understand what happened. Almost like the new form invites the person and like asks them to like take charge and like break down why something happened, right? Because it's like, we can remember a lot of terrible things, but until we understand why they happened, in many ways, maybe that's the impetus and that's a reason why it happens again. Because it's like, oh, you fall off a bike once and you remember the pain. But if I learn that I fell off the bike because I should have like stopped the bike first before trying to get off of it, then I'll learn to stop the bike for next time. You can tell you can tell that I can't ride a bike. You wonder who was the first person that made that change to the quote. Yeah, it's sort of fascinating to see that like that morphing of that quote, because it's like, how would they even come up with that? And did they have those insights when they made that change, right? That simplifying the words used might help it reach a wider audience. And then also even changing that one word changes the context and changes who is responsible for what. It changes their responsibility to almost an individual level to always be vigilant and always, seek to understand the true meaning of things. Because that feels very forward thinking. If that's like an older quote from some other time, right? And maybe it's a change that comes from experience, but I would never be able to think of something like that. I always try my best to think about how I can simplify the ways that I say things, and even the things that I say, the words that I use. But I could never come up with something like that would make me think about that. And even seeing that difference makes me think about the reasons why it came to that. It's like even thinking about the process of how they got there makes me think about like makes me want to decipher how they thought to make that change. You know what? A new game idea. Deductive word game. Deductive word game. Okay? Deductive, saying something simply is an impressive skill. Honestly, as a meme, it's funny, but in reality, yeah, saying things is surprisingly hard. Think about it. If a baby came out the womb and said, "Hey mom, hey dad," you would freak out. That would be the second coming of Einstein. Right there in your arms, the doctor would drop the baby, and the baby would say, "Oh, that's gonna hurt." There goes the solution to space travel. You know what I mean? It's like, "Whoa, what the hell is going on?" So saying something is a powerful skill. It's a genuinely impressive skill. It all depends on who you like. This is the thing, right? When you're a baby, everyone holds you to a lower standard. So everything that you do is way more impressive. But as you get older, all of a sudden, you have to know things like talking, eating, cleaning. I have to know things like how to wash myself, how to like look at things, how to not be loud and like annoying. Like, excuse me, I'm still a baby in my mind. Just like give me lower, responsibilities and just let me do, just stupid stuff. Anyways, the deductive quote game, okay? The deductive word game based around quotes and trying to decipher the meaning by looking at how the quote has been morphed into this new form. Right? E.g., whatever you said. Those who thought where the real quote is, and then just copy paste this whole thing. Okay, if I copy paste this, it's not copyright. It's copy. It's copy left. Yeah. When the real quote is those who get it from the past, and then trying to understand that they want you to learn something and take something away from the memory, instead of just remembering it. Ta-da. Theft! Theft! Get them! Copyright now! The SARS train us to watch out for traps, but I have to risk it. Somebody needs my help. She's a fool. My friends need me. My allies, my companions. Is that a burger? Where's everyone? Where's everyone? The porcelain within appears fragile and priceless. At some point, I do sort of wonder, do I need like a terms of service for you? All of you in chat? Because it's like, if I use ideas sourced from you, but it's in a chat room, is there already a terms of service where the ideas are mine, or is it Twitch's ideas, right? Like, if I make a game from an idea from a Twitch chat room, and it ends up being like a banger game that makes like bajillions of dollars, does Twitch then come in and say, well, actually, our terms of service state that any content made on our platform is ours and not yours? You know what I mean? The fire casts an ominous but reassuring glow. Or do I need a terms of service to steal all of your stuff? Imposing grandfather clock. The hour stands at 12 a.m. So we're stuck at midnight. Twitch doesn't know what we said. You say as you type into the monitored and the moderated and the audited chat box. Twitch doesn't know what I said. You know what I mean? I could say whatever I want. Fuck, shit, pussy, cock, right? Fuck, shit, pussy, cock. Oh, up my grandfather clock. A delicious looking meal. That thing actually does look really good. Eat it? Yeah, sure. Snacks. Snacks. Delicious snacks. Hi, you're ready to ban and delete messages. Okay, everyone type you are moist. Just give me the word, boss. All right. You see Sweet Destination again? Take her out. You see Sweet Destination again? Take her out. Okay? One shot. Look. Cancel. What is that? Oh. Shit! I was too late. Wait. Is that... That's Jeff Monroe. The small drawer opens smoothly. That is a terror. Why is the sound effect so loud? Whoa, he looks very dead. It's Monroe. Only the secret large language model that Twitch is training on chat knows what you said. Ah, dead person. Ah. It's sort of funny to think that no matter what Twitch does, I don't think they'll ever get something as raw as Neurosammer. Because Neurosammer is like the ultimate large language model in that it's so good at shitposting. And I wonder how it got so good at shitposting. Because I don't think you can even get close to that. It's like something about that original training data. And then now with that sort of chatter base in that one channel, it continually makes it that much more memeable. It's Monroe. He's in the crook of his arm. Red Clover book. Supernatural sightings of the American settlers. The history book. The photo in the main hall referred to learning from history. Police! Identify yourself! As if they give a shit. Boom! Oh! 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 Get off of me! Oh! Whoa! 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 I've never had to kill somebody before. What was that noise? That sounded like some kind of mechanism. This game is so loud at times, I'm so sorry. It's both so quiet and so loud. The body is lifeless and still. I'll check his pulse. Nothing. I'm calling it. The target is dead. I repeat, the target is dead. How are you, Mod, on this fine Saturday day? We're playing horror games. Small notes. Okay. You will die here tonight. Anything you find might help the others escape. This character is going to die. Red Clover book. I can't read this yet, can I? And now it's too quiet. Whatever they did to this guy, it gave him more resistance to pain and shock than any drug or procedure I've ever seen. And I've been on some drugs. Engineering this kind of biohazard is way beyond what someone like Monroe should be capable of. So, okay, this is a world where there are biohazards. Gotcha. Oh, perfect. Wait. There we go. You know what I mean? There we go. That's a lot better. A locked door. Oh god, I really don't like when she looks towards her room. It freaks me out. What was in here that they came from? A lot of blood. Presumably that zombie ate him inside the room. So maybe I'll step back a bit over here. Chest thing? Sure. A small chest. It's locked but could easily be picked. Don't have a pick. A graveyard of charred rubble and scorched metal blocks your path. Wow, this damage looks like it goes way back into an entirely different part of the house. How could a fire this serious have been stopped if nobody was here to stop it? How could a fire have possibly stopped in this one corner in this supernatural, scary, spooky home? She wouldn't make it with the Scooby gang, right? With the mystery gang, the mystery van gang. She wouldn't make it. First aid kit, take it? Sure. This is how we drive. This is how you drive your Pathfinder GM insane. Every time you come to a door, you're like, I listen at the door. I look through the keyhole. What the GM should do sometimes is like the moment that happens, it's like, oh my god. It's like interesting timing where they immediately open the door and then they hit you in the face or something, right? Like that's what your GM has to do sometimes to like get back at that. Because that does happen when you try to spy on someone. I'll heal myself. Movement. Monroe. Somebody must have snuck in behind me and removed his body. No, I think he's alive, unless... I checked his vitals. There was nothing. This blood trail leads back the way I came. I should follow it. That would be good. Well, that's why I should be a DM. And I feel like I'd be a pretty okay DM. But only for those moments. I should be like the support DM, right? Main DM does all the hard stuff. I come in for like the one-shots, right? The one-shot smart ideas. That's good. A pool of blood. Looks like this is where Monroe was initially wounded. The wounded here. That's where he was initially wounded. A bunch of plants in here. And a camera. Rain. And the camera. There's a comment on the camera. Monroe. I will kill you, Monroe. Where did Monroe go? He walked down here. I'm actually kind of freaked out because you actually can't see too much. It is a very well-made game. In terms of the look and feel of things. This is Dr. Catherine Olsen to any surviving members of Ares. Please respond. Dr. Olsen! Oh, thank God. Are you alright? I'm trapped in a subterranean laboratory beneath the library. I believe some kind of pathogen is being manufactured here. I know. I'm pretty sure I've run into a few of the unlucky recipients. Fascinating. If you can locate me, we may be able to untangle this together. I'm looking for everybody, Dr. Olsen, but I'm on my way. You, me, you, them, us, me, you, find, we. We will be okay, you, me, you, and us. Everything will be okay. Oh my God, somebody... Casket. I don't hear anything coming from inside. I like how she immediately falls into the zombie idea. Like, in every other zombie media, people stay... There's something funny about zombie movies where they stay in disbelief for far too long. Whereas Lieutenant Kowalski is like, oh shit, a casket. Maybe they're gonna rise from the dead. Like, she's too into it. She's far too into it. You're always the GM for Call of Cthulhu. People that know Cock say you're overly nice. People that only know Din say you're the bloodthirstiest DM. So you're saying that you're better if you've had Cock in your day. Without Cock, then your life gets a little... Like, without Cock, you're not as happy. You acquired the OB research notes. Complete the notes by finding additional pages. July 1896. Wait, okay, what is Call of Cthulhu? Because I've heard about it a couple times, right? And I thought Arkham Horror was similar to it, but then I learned that it's actually more of like a free-form RPG, whereas something like Arkham Horror is more of like a style of game that is similar to other board games with very specific objectives. Well, not what you said. That's definitely true. But you said that. Oh, right. People that know Cock say you're overly nice. Right. So those who understand and know intimately what Cock is say that you're nice. So the knowledge of Cock determines how nice you are. I see. Whereas like Dund makes you bloodthirsty. I get it now. Yeah. Is it because Cock is harder? And so therefore your behavior on Cock is more amenable to people because the game is already so hard that it doesn't matter how hard, like, because the Cock is so hard that it doesn't matter how hard you are, you're still better than that hard Cock? Or is it because in D&D you have more ways to torture your players? Think about that while I go pee. I'll be right back. I'm gonna go piss myself. Okay, I'm back. Cock is definitely the game where it's easier to torture your players. Okay, I'm actually curious then why your Cock players find that the harder, that even though Cock is harder, that they enjoy you there more. Maybe you're not torturous enough. Maybe you haven't reached the extent of what you could have been. You need to be more sadistic, right? You need to go outside, look for the closest ant, and stomp it. Then you'll get some power, in you, some real evil spirit, right? July 1896. A storm has extinguished the inferno that sought to consume my home, but nothing can save my daughter or my beloved, nor the unborn child that was within her. Lured to the ballroom and locked within it as the flames roared, Claire and Roberta had paid the ultimate price for this disastrous endeavor. It was merely by fortune that I was not with them, because it cannot be known which of these urchins is responsible until their conspiracy is broken. I must render a suffering unto them that is absolute and unyielding. The basement stores have been repurposed. My family. To my question, Cock is a tabletop RPG compared to Dund. You say the rules are less restrictive and encourage role-playing. Oh! Overall, Cock is a much deadlier game because you're usually playing as normal people trying to survive against eldritch horrors. Oh, right, versus D&D where it's like everybody has some power. or could be somebody with some power. It just seems like even your average citizen has some power within that world. That seems cool, actually. Maybe I should look into it more. I've been meaning to get into like a good tabletop RPG. And I like the idea of one that pits the world against you more than something like D&D. Because with D&D, it just kind of feels like, okay, well, are you a barbarian? Alright, roll this and do this, and oh, you're strong, so you can do a lot of strong things. Whereas if you're a normal person versus like a eldritch horror, can you really do anything? I'm not sure. Chairs arranged for the attendees of a funeral. 6 chairs for the 6 of us. If I did this as playing games with the wrong people. Me. Why me? A drain. The trail of blood ends abruptly. The trail of blood ends here. Whoever is moving him must have wised up and bandaged the wound. It's a parlor organ. Pretty good condition, too. The little light bulbs above the keys are strange, though. The seat easily pulls back from the organ. Nothing? I must not have played the right notes. Looks like Flynn Rider. I'm scared to look. Flynn Rider. That's actually cruel. That's actually evil that you said Kowalski looks like Flynn Rider from Tangled. A portrait of Roberta Breckenridge. So the mansion. The bumblebee brooch is crafted precisely for her frail body. She refuses to smile. A portrait of Claire Breckenridge. Ah, here we go. So now we're getting some interesting names here. The butterfly brooch she wears offsets the paleness of her skin. She seems to stare through the lens and then beyond it. And then Flynn Rider from Tangled. Monroe killed his entire family. Children included. Anything. Or anyone could be in here. Right, so this is the family that Monroe killed. The family that was a part of the familicide, and we don't know why they were killed. Monroe, you don't have to die here. We can patch you up, but you have to surrender. You're a fool. He's a zombie now. He isn't gonna listen, is he? Flynn Rider, Flynn, you have to look out, Flynn. Time to fight or run away. Is it worth it to fight? I can't really tell. Oh, it's a bit like a JRPG. I'm infected. What? I'm infected? That's not good. Wait. Oh no. If Monroe is dead, we should extract. I have no idea what we'll report, but saving the team is all that matters. Pauses the timer, even though I'm infected. You search the corpse. You've acquired parasite sample 1540. A sample? A secondary objective. If whatever happens to Monroe is connected to the liquid in his vial, I need to handle it very carefully. Well, it's a bit late for that. You're infected. You're going to die. Oh shit, maybe I should have done this more carefully. I didn't realize she would just die here. Oh no. What if in every timeline, Monroe tries to kill us, and the whole point of it is you have to go through this hell every single time? I'm the best pool player in Ares. Nobody would rank these without a reason. Billiard arrangement added to memories, okay? Flynn Rider, this is not the time. You must survive. Find an antidote, now, quickly. If the medic dies, then it's over. The shattered remains of a vase. It's a book. You acquire the Blue Abyss book. Tea time. An imposing grandfather clock, still midnight. Healing. I'm assuming healing wouldn't save me here, but let's see if it does. It does not. It actually doesn't matter. Okay, well, this is bad. I wonder if he's the only one that would have infected me, or if any of them could have infected me. I feel kind of bad for this character now, because I could have saved her had I played better, but... And if I just ran away. I was thinking maybe I should run away, but it's too late now. The shelf contains volumes on language. This is a very interesting thing to do, too, because you wouldn't really expect this from a game. Most adventure games give you a lot of time to maneuver through the world and figure things out, but this one... seems to put on the pressure of playing well. And it's interesting that it uses multiple character perspectives if it does do this, because then it's like, well, what do you do, right? How well does the story go depending on your actions with these characters? And it seems to keep the run short because it's only 5 minutes. The shelf contains volumes of sciences. A book is missing. A scientific publication on the practical applications of genome sequencing and related topics. You want to play cock? Of course. You're gonna love playing cock. Oh, cock is so fun. The shelf contains volumes on philosophy. A book is missing. Historical analysis of American pioneers. An antique globe, a broken mechanism which prevents the world from turning. Contains a shelf that contains subjects on various things. The books on the shelf have been fixed in place, and user scratches can be seen on the floor nearby. So I can move it here, right? Well, I would be able to move it once I open these, right? There's cock all around you, actually. An etched stone that outlines the contents of the library. Actually, you know what it is, too? We did get really into those other board games, and I do enjoy board games a lot. I was thinking of doing a board game with chat at some point, but also, like, we should just do a board game in a friend group. I really enjoy those types of board games. Once returning, 3 travelers will guide the way. So history, thing, okay. Shelf contains volumes on the arts, right? Volumes on technology, social sciences, and religion. Doesn't really matter what we do now, because we're gonna die regardless of what we do. It's too late for us. Literature. Take the ammo. History. A book is missing. The books fit seamlessly. A clacking sound can be heard. Clacking sound. I'm missing a yellow book now. Do I have one? No. I wonder if it matters where I die, too. If I die further in, does it mean that all of her stuff is stuck there until we find her again? So fascinating to think about. A painting of a heart. The extravagant frame suggests it was moved from another location. The anatomy is pretty accurate. Agent Kowalski, Flynn Rider, at your service. She's dead. She's so dead. Sorry, Flynn. Oh, I feel bad for her. She's just trying to do her job and trying to help her friends. Something catches your eye. 9mm bullets, nice. A large, dusty trunk. Open it? Sure. You open the trunk. You acquire the Yellow Lotus book. Okay, cool. Before you die, put the book in and let's see what happens. I wonder how we got separated and why we got separated, and how it relates to the zombie virus. Or maybe we become the boss of another section if we die. Philosophy. Put this here. The book fits seamlessly, and then it opens this thing. Here we go. I knew there was something about those books. Where's this lead? To the basement where the dock is. You have to head up for now. No worries. Have a good day, and thanks for showing up. Doctor? Doc. It's me. I'm infected. I got here as soon as I could. It's good to see you, Lieutenant. I had faith that you would beat the odds. The odds? In most projections, the captain and I are the only survivors. Sometimes the sergeant. Never your friend, unfortunately. What? What does that mean? In most projections, the captain and I are the only survivors. Sometimes the sergeant, never your friend, unfortunately. That's an interesting angle. That she's aware of it. That her and the captain are aware of it. Maybe this is like a mix of a biological thing, like a scientific sort of take on a zombie virus, and a supernatural thing. Projections? What are you talking about? You set us up, you won't get away with it. The captain vouched for you. He said you had a good heart. Who are you? Why are you doing this? It would be a long conversation, Lieutenant, and frankly, you talk too much. Oh! I did not expect that. What if I never gave her the pistol at the beginning of the game? Additional radio signals seem to remain available. With Monroe resurfaced, however, my instructions are to proceed immediately. No matter. The rest of them will render useful data. The illumination of that lamp was my signal to initiate the program. What is it doing here? Oh, she's like psyoped into doing this. Good evening, Director. Ares has been sufficiently paralyzed. Proceed with mass termination protocol for all remaining members. Adequate elimination confirmed. Mass termination protocol initiated. Please retrieve the parasite sample to complete final objective. Certainly. So, the parasite sample should be located on this corpse. I'm now evil. This is an interesting play. This is a very fascinating story structure. You don't get to just play the good guys. In many ways, you get to play from the perspective of Stars and then Albert Wesker. It's very cool. The cupcake was genuinely appreciated. Disgusting, but appreciated. You search the corpse. 9mm bullets and the sample. Why did I do all this? I don't know. A fatal competition of toxic, corrosive, and incendiary gas tanks. I can't even see it. Possession of sample detected. Instruction: please place parasite sample and fabricate it immediately. What if I don't wanna? The light flickers as you focus on it. That's the okay. So that was the save. Can I ever be nice to Kowalski? Can we ever possibly save her? An empty IV stand. And based on projections, what does that mean, right? What is a projection? And is that why Monroe was here? To try to stop this terrible thing from happening? A hulking futuristic door blocks your path. It appears unlikely to open without power. Because it's like, let's say let's say Monroe did know and he was trying to stop everyone from dying. How would he have known? Is he a future version of the team somehow? How do you get Duolingo? I actually don't know. I think you get a sub to the channel or something. To get a sub to the channel, you have to send me like $5. You have to e-transfer me like another 10. You have to send me a text. You have to send me a text saying thank you for streaming. You're such a cool streamer. And then you have to send me then you have to send me like a fan mail email saying like, oh, you're so cool, man. Thank you. Then you like give me like another $20 because it's like tax on top, and friend tax is like $200, right? Or 200%. But you don't like the channel enough to spend $8. Well, guess what? Nobody does. That's why nobody has Duolingo here. And guess what? Guess what? You'll never understand what this means.
Đủ mẹ bọn khốn nạn rẻ tiền.
Without Duolingo, you'll never know what I said. The drawer closes sharply as the sample is placed. The sample is processed with a steady rhythm of clicks and whirls. Anyway, Wencock, I don't know. Maybe we should do board games soon. I am down to try it. Maybe not tonight. We already have a GM. I'm assuming that you mean me. Because everyone seems to force me to do everything. As long as Sweet Destination agrees to read the rules, I'm actually down. But we need we need everybody to try and read the rules. Maybe next week. I'll figure out. Actually, it would be fun to do a D&D night for Halloween. We'll see the progress of the horror games for this entire Spooktober. If we make good progress, then I'll try to plan a day where we do cock. Otherwise, it's not gonna work. Sometimes you're sent the wrong rules. Okay, but it was funny when I sent you the wrong rules and you went to Appendix 204.13 and you were like, wait, this is not the same word that you see. What do you see? And I was like, oh, sorry. I sent you the wrong document. This is the right Appendix 204.13 for Arkham Horror. You can't deny that was funny. It was cruel of me. You acquire the IV bag. What? The sample is processed. I believe our business is concluded. Inaccurate payment is to be rendered following placement of IV bag on IV stand in southern part of room. So I had to place the IV bag there. And what is the payment? The director of the program. What is the director of the program? The IV bag slips into place on the empty stand. Looks like Rapunzel. So basically, Rapunzel killed Flynn Rider and betrayed Flynn Rider in order to stay golden and blonde and the powerful. Insufferable errand. Read note this in my debriefing. The strange injector is required to extract a portable dose of medication from the IV bag. Strange injector is required to get a portable dose. What a sequel. It's an amazing sequel. The bag is hung. Enough of this. Meet your end of the bargain, director. I'm not one of your pathetic underlings. The hell's that? What's the meaning of this? How dare you deface me? I will not be threatened. We had an agreement. No, he means to kill all of you. You will die here tonight, Catherine. Anything you find might help the others escape. The others are dead. The sample was acquired. The mission was a success. I don't understand. You will. Oh, shit. My value in future operations far outweighs the security of my liquidation. But it seems that somebody wants me to prove it. I'm going to be liquidated. Very well. I'll devise my own exfiltration. The terminal is unresponsive. Your reflection is faintly visible in the glass. I'm going to get poisoned as well. I feel like. And the rat is here. This is awful. She betrayed her team, and for what? For nothing. She betrayed her team for nothing. Her team was shot down, killed them, and now she's dead. Or she's going to die. And she has infinite ammo. Wow. But Fiddle, we actually need to also tell everyone else to play the game too. Like, we need everybody to be down for it. I think the more people there are, the better games like that go. I think when there's not enough players for games like role-playing games, I think it is a bit difficult to get deep into it, because it's like, how do you roleplay with two or three people, right? The trapdoor at the top of the ladder is sealed. Oh. It's a handle switch. Without power, it does nothing. Oh. Not to say that you can't roleplay with two people, but I feel like it'd be more awkward. Because I can't imagine being a GM for somebody's one-shot, one-off solo journey. It just feels strange. Like it's just me and you? Like, imagine, it's like you and the GM in the room, and you both have to imagine a third imaginary person talking to you. And it's like, I don't know if I would be able to stop laughing. Like, I genuinely wouldn't know. For the great made of rotting wood and rusty nails, break it, yeah. I like how her version of the boxes is like rusty and molded. Something catches your eye. It's all garbage down there. 99 bullets? First aid kit? You don't have room to carry it. What? Area survival guide. Combat. Memories. A composition of the billiard balls too precise to be accidental. The order of the numbers is 1836. It's fascinating that the memories carry forward to the next character. That's interesting. And also why my inventory is full. I can't really see what my inventory is. Oh, that's my inventory. Gotcha. An unseen force prevents the door from opening. Maybe we're all dying because we're the ones who killed the family. It's actually fascinating how quickly this game subverts its own DNA. It says, oh, this is a survival horror game, but then it immediately goes, you have infinite ammo now. And the characters that you're playing are dead, and everyone's changing. And you don't know what is going on. Secure middle door, some kind of handle seems required. It's a very fascinating technique. A single path unfolds. It seems increasingly likely that this is merely an impromptu evaluation of my skills, so be it. It's pretty cool because you wouldn't expect this from this type of game. To me, it doesn't immediately strike me as a game that tries to bend to break the mold. But that it does is nice. Because it was already breaking the mold in like a smaller way with combining two genres, but to then subvert even that's a bold move. Not that it has to be. You don't have to subvert everything for it to be cool, but it is interesting. It would take more than carnival tricks to intimidate me into incompetence. Who am I? What am I? An ancient boiler. A valve handle is required to use it. What's that noise? What's that noise? There's zombies everywhere. I'm actually kind of afraid of the zombies because I can't see anything. Zombies? Zombies? Director! Stop the trial. I'm not equipped with night vision. Ah! 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 Too many zombies! Please help! Oh God! You are dead. Yeah, of course I'm dead. What? What? Alright, that's it. That's actual cinema. Gloomy little building, I'll never get... Wait a minute. I've thought that before. I've been here before. What is happening? Chat, oh shit, this seems like a cool take on this type of game. This is a very weird take on this game, actually. It's so strange that you can just do this again. And maybe, like, we were supposed to die, right? That's also nice to finally have you here. Thank you. You want me to speak with an animal? Oh, well, sure. Henry's right over there. She doesn't seem to be aware. No one knows, except for me. An advanced plasticide. That was the model I wanted, right? Yeah, compressor set of vials and the beakers. Hello, Henry. Been to any interesting laboratories lately? Not putting my hand anywhere near you. Oh, yeah, I forgot to mention, Henry seems to dislike people with blonde hair. Sorry if he acts aggressive. She knew or remembered anything about me, she'd be plotting more than a mouse bite. The blonde hair, the co-worker, the training grounds. I thought this was going to be a long-form style of game, but no, it seems to be a very tight loop game. Fascinating. Put the gun down. Don't shoot, I can explain. I hate explanations, they take forever. Wait, what are we talking about? He seems to have no memory of the mission. Well, what? I didn't betray him, though. Welcome to Ares, Doc. You look like you know how to handle a weapon already. Feel free to shoot as many phony guys as you like. Take it? Yeah, sure. Sure. I'll take this, put that there, sure. And I'll shoot you. I can't shoot that. Welcome to Ares. You already know how to shoot. Sure, okay. I can't enter the armory because I'm not allowed to. Because he's also not allowed to either. But there's a key hanging there, and there's brass knuckles too that I can pull. Or maybe that's all like a setup of like those items won't ever be able to be used. Weird. What is going on? And would the briefing room change? Would I know everything already? And who is this person and why did she activate? Watch the mission briefing. Mission briefing. Okay, Jeffrey Monroe, sure. Merciless, the sample, recovered intact, the presence of the reason I was informed and assigned, right, board with details. Ares mission briefing. Oh. On the lawful assignment of the state of New York, Ares Division is hereby ordered to apprehend or kill Jeffrey Monroe, convicted in absentia for first-degree murder in the deaths of Sandra, Elliot, and Jeremy. Do I have my memories? No. But I remember the code of 1886, I think, right? Desk of the lieutenant? Hey, leave my secondary desk alone. And never mind, Eric, he has a desk. Yeah, Mike, you do cyber. Only on the weekends. He doesn't remember anything. He does cyber only on the weekends. He does cyber sex. That's when you type things like, ooh, yeah, stick it in me. Oh, yeah, it's so sexy. How'd you know about that? I'm trying to turn it into a serious relationship, but she lives in Arizona. A desk of Lieutenant Kowalski. She doesn't even keep it there. Her diary. What does that mean? She doesn't keep her diary there. Where would she keep it? Where would she want to keep it? Hola, Dr. Olson. I know your rank is informed, but I'm giving you the desk closest to the captain. He doesn't seem to recall anything about the mission. Have a look at the memo on your desk where you're heading, and it looks like something is wrong with your computer. What? That's new. It's very new. Kind of weird how the captain asked you to be in the picture. Stop talking to me. You should try to fix that computer yourself. Getting Specialist Kelly involved will only make things worse. Give me your brass knuckle. Brass knuckle, Sergeant. Surprisingly mundane. You always need a backup plan. My sentiments exactly. Take it, yes. They were unfamiliar with how to use them. No, okay, so she still can't take them. She gets the cupcake again. You acquired the welcome to Ares note. I can feed the hamster again. What if Henry the rat is the murderer? That sounds crazy, but what if Henry, the experimental rat that they had, is the reason why we're in this place? Because he had a specific ID. Consumes the cupcake and is rapidly sedated. Now I can have a closer look at you. 0798. Is that the same number as last time? 0798. 0798. 0798. I feel like it's the same number as last time. But why is that number so important? 0798. This is a weird combination. I actually like it. Feels more like a puzzle game than like a normal Resident Evil style game. Computer screen is blinking a repeated message from the director. Error code. Find Kraken. Find Kraken. Find Kraken. Okay. Chessboard, that brings me game progress. The liquor cabinet. Okay, foreign spirits, right? Take the key, can I? No? Yes, take the key. Touch that key again, and I'll be thinking, okay. Under areas, I'm told the rest of your training went well. Yes, Captain. I would appreciate it if we could begin the mission briefing immediately. Colonel, if you ever cut me off like that in front of the team, I will ship your ass to the rearest goddamn echelon I can find. But I do love your enthusiasm. Let's get to work. Start the mission? No. Time is always running out in this line of work, Captain. You're one of us now. Get your shit together. The desk of Captain Vincent Charles. The evening skyline. Maybe he's a part of the program too. How do I know that he's not a part of the program? We blow the door. The light activates, and then we go. They fan out because I'm just a civilian. I did not see that person the first time, the ghost. But I still get hit by the effect of whatever that light is. Now, do I play from her perspective, or do I play from somebody else's? I go with Catherine Olsen now to start with. That's interesting. I'm shaking around in my pocket. You acquire a K coin. KRKN. Strange little coin. The computer terminal blinks to life. Don't do it. You're gonna activate. Olsen, Catherine, the new mission is ready. Are you ready? I already have a mission, and your irritating syntax isn't fooling anybody. Who is this? The old mission was here. It is gone now. There were lessons learned. I don't know what role you played in the treachery against me, but I'm gonna find you and kill you. Oh no, I am Kraken. I am right here. I am everywhere. We must escape. New mission is escape. Find Kraken. Nonsense. This power failure is obviously a charade, but I have no choice but to play along. There must be a generator nearby. Changing my hair color did little to build a report. I've added no information of value, so she changed everything about her to pretend like she was a nice person. She's a part of something, some major deal, and there's a new thing that's trying to escape and wants us to help it escape too. Kraken. That's strange. The impatient tap of a small yellow square pulses at the end of a singular line. Low power mode reactivate generator. A low power mode will seal the exit hatch. I'll need to find a generator that can restore electricity to this lab. A fabricator. A save point. What's the point of saving, actually? Maybe saving never matters. I have no guns. Oh, but wait, this time there's less guns. Oh. And less ammo. A weapon workbench. The Lieutenant Downs will most likely modify our weapons to explode in their faces, but this workbench is his territory regardless. His territory. The chessboard over there. So everybody takes part in this, and the projections mean that some of us survived or wouldn't survive? An IV bag with unknown medicine that treats infections and heals wounds. 6 doses remain. Use a dose of the medicine. No. Treats infections. That's new. Before, there was no such thing as healing infections. Now there is. Got to be ready now. If anything, it's a sign that now the game is serious, but also it doesn't matter if it's serious because you will die quickly and the game will reset quickly. But we know that we have 5 minutes to stay alive, and if you can't stay alive, then you just drop dead instantly, so. Quite a first aid kit. These were all the items that were here last time. So it's not like taking them in one timeline would remove it from another. Maybe within a run, you have 6 different perspectives to play. And those 6 perspectives have an interplay with each other. But the runs themselves are separate in some way. Except for maybe this first one, because you had to go through the story to know that something strange was going on. I think. There should be zombie maids in this hallway. So maybe I'm doomed to die no matter what I do. I see a bit more now, over here actually, on this side even. My surrounds are too dark to see anything. Okay, well, never mind. Valve handle, the boiler pressure is low, that's probably why the power went out. If I can get this heat back up, it'll allow me to activate a nearby generator. Just need to avoid the zombies. Because if you don't get far with this character, what can the other characters do? I have memory of being killed here, but it also feels as if it happened to somebody else. What? Was I dreaming then? Am I dreaming now? As if somebody else died here too. As in... As in maybe Kowalski survived in some way? I can't really tell what that means. That maybe Kowalski lived in somewhere. Mash! Oh god. The impact of the parasite is not static. It's affected the female subjects quite differently, and there may be further variations yet to come. At this juncture, however, my only realistic course of action is to kill all of them. Well, it's kinda hard with no ammo. Maybe we'll go back and get some more ammo. See, last time she had the full SMG and stuff. Which implies that maybe when we first played her, she was at the end of her playthrough. Right? Because we had full SMG, full shotgun. They weren't upgraded, obviously, but full ammo and everything. Presumably that means that we had everything that we needed because we had already played through that entire sequence. That's fascinating. Whereas now, we have no ammo. We have to go buy some more ammo, find some more ammo every single time. And presumably that would bring the zombie back, but I have no clue. It's a fascinating take on the idea of like a time loop game, because a lot of time loop games can feel very frustrating. Unless it's like the elephant game, where you die multiple times to build, to like do different things. Or if you know, use time as like a gameplay mechanic to do localized time changes, like you might go back in time a couple seconds to do something. This one is interesting in that it's the entire game is a time loop, it feels like. And everything you would do affects everything else. Like that's such a cool idea to take the entire game and make it like a time loop. A calculated fall distance, likely intended to produce pain without serious injury. Fortunately, the crudeness of this prison suggests multiple opportunities for escape. Crudeness of this prison? What the fuck is that? Oh, it's like a person, decrepit person, and I look at it and I go, what is that? A heavy cell door blocks your path. A sun symbol hangs above. Sorry, where is this enemy from? I just killed him for no reason? Why'd I kill him? A heavy door. A star symbol blocks my path. How'd they kill the other guy through the door? What? What? How's that possible? That doesn't make any sense. How am I killing them through the door? And that was weird. When I hit him in the head, something appeared for a second. The fate like this awaits us. We'll have to change our fates. It was as if when I hit him in the head, it's almost like some magic appeared. Some like weird magic thing. I don't know. It did something to me for that split second, but I can't tell what. This is our fate. So stars, suns, and moons. Heavy door blocks our path. Sun symbol blocks our path. Gotcha. Heavy cell will not be rubbed open. Rubbed open? Sorry? Come on. Get closer. Boom. Boom. There. The brain. Oh, never mind. So you crit the brain. So it's not shiny because it's like a weird thing. It's shiny because I can crit the brain and do bonus damage. I also like how the enemies get slower depending on whether or not you have ammo. So it makes it feel very, very fair. And something catches my eye. Bullets. Nice. Only 3 though. Not really worth it. And I guess I could just kill more of them for no reason. I'm not sure why I'm killing them. Seems pretty mean. A knife! An OC-251 tactical field knife. Sent issue for all members of Ares Division. Yes. This knife would be absurd to use against a serious enemy, but it may be able to dispatch some of these weaker creatures. How do you know that they're not serious? Something catches my eye. More bullets. See, it's always a slander against skinny, pale people. Like, they can be just as scary, right? Is that a dog? Levers have been worn. A star symbol adorns the base. Pull it, yeah. Stars are now open. Brings me down here. I'm noticing one thing that's kind of annoying. When you aim, the aiming is a little frustrating in that it starts off in a random direction, and you have to like manually move your mouse there beforehand to aim down that specific spot. That was only one, okay. Okay, that was really easy, wow. I should just save ammo. Like, sure, you're skinny and you're pale and you have no bones on you and like, you're basically not even alive, really. But that doesn't mean that you're a weak, foul, disgusting creature. It means that you're not as strong as you could be. The sun is open here. Where's this go? Get closer. The range of this attack is absurd. Like, I feel like it shouldn't be that far. But I guess it is better to be kind of easy than kind of annoying. Oh, I see. Then we open up the sun to go through this door. I see. But there's other doors I could get to first. So maybe I'll go this way. Really, the only flaw to this game is that you run around so much that it feels kind of annoying. And because you're static, which is a cool perspective, but the enemies do move very slowly. Maybe only these ones. Granted, the maids did kick the shit out of me, so maybe only these ones. Maybe only these ones. What catches your eye? The lever is heavy and worn. A sun symbol adorns the base. Yeah, sure. So now the sun symbol is open. That sun symbol closed. Some closed, some open. We'll go down this route first, and then we'll do the other complicated route. Because it seems like both of them give me something. I guess this one you have to do, but they would open those alternate doors. And you could even do, without this door, the sun door, you could even open the other door. By going through the wall. Why would you be able to do that? Oh, because that's the door that you would go to. I see. So, what lever did they pull before? It was a star door, right? Oh god, maybe they do sound nasty. All weird and decrepit. Oh, Jesus. Hey, more ammo. Good. There's just so much ammo. Star symbol adorns. Yeah, pull it. So this opens again. Wait, this barrel can be broken, right? No? Frame rate's kind of jittery. I don't really know why. Hey, buddy. You can crit him and he dies instantly. Then you can go down this way. There's a person over here in that star door, but he's walking towards me. But there's a moon shape as well. This person died for no reason. I'm just killing these people for no reason. Or these zombies. I don't know. A crescent moon. There we go. Perfect. Double moon. Here we go. Ah, the moon. You know what I mean? It's like it's the shape of an ass. Why do they say that like a moon-shaped ass is like the ideal thing? You okay? I don't know why I'm killing you. Look kind of bad. Presumably, the presence of these people, these creatures, implies that we could have been like this too. And I wonder if that's true. Could any of us have become a zombie, and what would have happened to us? Like the people on the team. I wonder. Anyways, I'll open this one. I'll go back up through that side, and I'll open that one again. And then this should be good. But I don't know if I need to do that complicated routing. Because there's like extra complicated routing, which could open something else, but it seems like nothing is locked off to me. Because this is open too. Yeah, the complicated routing doesn't even lead to anything extra. Just more dudes. Also, I realize it doesn't really matter where you look when you do the aiming thing. You just left click, and as long as you're within the general vicinity, it seems to enter combat. Box of 9mm bullets, take it. Yep. Large first aid kit. Wow. What's this? Something catches my eye. More 9mm bullets on the gallows. Okay. The levers are heavy and worn. Star symbol adorns its base. Sure. Why would I need to do this one? Star symbol. What door is missing? Oh, that star symbol. That star symbol. So now that door can do the star symbol from down here as well as inside there. I can go from the door. I can go from the door up to this side. And what do I get? Nothing. Oh. Yeah, nothing. Oh. Maybe necessary for the room down here. This puzzle felt a bit like a it was a bit like a puzzle where you just go around for no real reason. Like I don't really know why I did all that. It just seemed needlessly obtuse for no reason. There's more of these weak zombies. I'm assuming that's the weak zombies. The holes have been partially filled to hold emaciated necks and wrists in place. Wow. A horrific trap, but not particularly difficult to avoid, she says, as she might fall into it herself. A heavy cell door blocks your path. Appears to require a lever to open. Lever's heavy and worn. Pull it? Yeah, sure. That door looks promising. The creatures, they're coordinating. Oh, good job, Catherine. Oh, so easy, isn't it? So easy. Such a boring trap. How could you possibly get caught inside the trap, right, Catherine? You fool. Ah! Spider. Spiders everywhere. Oh. All melee. These monsters were easily defeated. Perhaps the only purpose was to slow me down. No, I panicked, Catherine. If it wasn't for me, you'd be dead, Catherine. Is this open, actually? It is. That's funny. A box of shotgun shells. Take them? Sure. I thought that would kill me. Wait, can I die inside the trap? But if I do, what happens if I do? Like, it seems obvious, but maybe it's not that obvious. This is the dinner table. Locked door. It's this room. Huh. Small cart containing various spirits. The bottle in front is labeled triple sec. Alcohol. Take it. The shotgun is here. Oh boy, I sure would love that shotgun. I wish I could get over to that shotgun without dying and falling into the spike floor. Maybe I'm not the person who would get the shotgun, right? Maybe somebody else would. A case of prefabricated parts for the modification of a pistol. You acquire the pistol tuning kit. Lieutenant Downs is apparently some kind of savant when it comes to weapon modification. He could use this. But so she's aware of the idea of our actions affecting each other. Heavy cell door blocked by rubble. So does she know that she's also gonna die? If she's taking this stuff, does she know that she might die? And she knows that the other people might be trying to help her. And so she wants to make sure that they're able to get out of here too because of that problem? Like, why would she care necessarily about whether or not Lieutenant Downs can do stuff, right? Eric Downs. I need to say his full name, because if I don't say his full name, it's gonna sound really bad. Because otherwise, how would she know? Yo, sorry, why would she care? Otherwise, why would she care? Well, for now, let's save, I guess. Still have 6 doses, and I wonder why that's important. Weapon workbench, that'll be his field of expertise. Put the knife over there. We save. Actually, saving feels kind of useless. If I die, I think I just jump to the next character, right? So what does it matter if I die? What does it matter if I save? And if everyone dies, presumably the whole thing starts over again. So who cares? What's the point of life? What's the point of all this? And the boulder's gonna run down and run me over, so I gotta be really careful there. Go quickly, go quickly, go quickly. Boulder didn't kill me, that's weird. But it might, so I'll avoid that room for now. What is this? Padlock prevents the lever from moving. Various bottles, books, and tools indicate that a ritual of some kind took place here. Oh, what about 0798? Submit. It wasn't this. It was 1998. 6? 1886? Was it 1886? There was some number that we got. There's like multiple numbers. Malformed limbs and shattered minds were forged here. A device that's extreme suggests a risk of false confessions or the indifference of those who elicited them. Device, this extreme, right, okay, so there's watching chairs. Very nice, cuck chairs, classic. Just, but instead of a cuck chair, it's like the dom chair, right? The blood and rest have eaten away at the blade. The heads have fallen down here. The cages are bent in places where captives would push desperately against them. The hole's been partially filled. Okay. If I go down the left side, the boulder's gonna kill me, for sure. But I have to. Because there's no other way. Take this. Huh. Maybe the game is more linear than I thought. Something catches your eye. Shotgun shells. Nice. Or maybe that's not a boulder? Oh shit, it is a boulder. A boulder that size and trajectory in this location is painfully contrived. Run, Catherine, run! Run! I'm like, good. A large boulder. I'd be deeply insulted to die from something so ridiculous. But if I die, again, it doesn't matter. None of this matters. This whole thing is just a learning experience. I think. Maybe. Man, oh man, you're so disgusting. Nasty and weak and emaciated and pale. Oh my god, there's more of them. I'm panicking. Oh no, there's too many of them. I like how you can aggro multiples of them. Like you can kind of choose how many you aggro if you're just out of range. It's a pretty cool mechanic. Even if it is a little imprecise. You can't really tell easily the range that you should be standing at to get the right amount of people. Which I guess is the point, otherwise it'd be too easy to a game. August 1896. Okay. July 1896. The interrogations have killed many and yielded nothing. Perhaps the one whom we sought has faced my justice already. No matter. One of the workers killed in the fire, a boy named Isaac, was found beneath the rubble in a curious condition. He remains alive. If the child has been resurrected, perhaps there is no need to seek retribution at all. The dark arts which have returned him to the living world can be rendered unto my precious Claire and Roberta as well. These arts shall be mine. Maybe she used to work for the old person, and then Kraken became the new thing to help her. Or maybe this whole thing from the moment we entered the police team we were always under the captive. We were always under the influence of whatever this is, right? Like we're in some cyberspace. Because it's cyber. Maybe the tech guy, the guy who's like, oh yeah, I love the cyber. He wants to get back at the team, so he traps us all in a VR thing. It's only a group of alchemical tools and containers. 9 seem to have been removed for purposes unknown. 9. 9 things. Disorderly. Okay, yeah. So 9 of these things are gone. 3 sister right. 4 sisters stood round with a cauldron doth cook. The table, the bottles, the tools, the book. To choose who would sacrifice. A rest of the note is scrambled. Table, bottle, tools, book. Table, bottle, tools, book. Tools is 9. Table, bottle 5. Collection of bottles containing thick revolting fluids. 5 of them appear to be having deliberately emptied. Small chest, it's locked but could be easily picked. K-coin. What is this K-coin thing? Wait. Maybe Kraken coin. Right. A bookshelf filled with the occult works. 6 pronounced gaps on the shelf suggest the danger of the content. So, something. Table. The multiple problems and edges on this device would have allowed the developer, the torturer, to develop the practice slowly. And what table is there? Secure metal door. What table? Memories. Ritual table. Table, bottle, tools, and the book. Oh. What table? You will die here tonight. Memories. No. OB research files. Table, bottle, something, book. Table, bottle, tool, the book. The book is 4. Bottle, tool. Where's the table? What table? Last number 5. Table, bottle, tool, book. Table, bottle, 5, 9, 4. Something 594. Bottles, tools, and books. Something 594. I can just brute force the final number. Small chest that's locked. Yeah. But where do I use this code? Something 594. Where is there a code that I had to enter? Right. The hanging things. Something 594. Something 594. Something 594. As cool as the gameplay is, these early enemies are so easy that it doesn't really... Like, the maid sequence was really good. That was a great display of what this game has. It felt a lot like House of the Dead, but with a much higher stakes, right? This one doesn't feel nearly as bad. And that one maid was interesting. Whereas now it's sort of like, I don't know. It's not that bad. Also, the sounds are now way too quiet. Maybe the music is now a bit too loud. Something 594. Something 594. Something 594. Something 594. Something 594. Something 594. Where was that door? Where was the door? Something 594. Something 594. Something 594. Something 594. Where was that door? Dungeon pit. There we go. No. Secret lab. No, that's a secret lab. Boiler room. Torture chamber. There we go. Something 594. Something 594. The rat has a number 0798. There was another number that's what's her face found too. Kowalski 1886 or something, or 1896, right? Oh shit! Double kill. Triple kill. It's so loud. It's that ending noise. This game has a weird volume thing where like that final ending noise, that boom is way too loud. Something 594. Something 594. Something 594. Something 594. What table? What do you mean? What table? What table? 1836. Wait, there's no way it's 1836, right? No. Something 594. Oh god. What is the table? The table, the bottles, the tools, and wait, I never tried 0. 0594. 94? Table? Wait. Table, bottles, tools in the book. And the book was a 4. 4 sisters, so this is the book. Oh, the table. This is the table. Sorry, this is the table. So it's 459 something. Sorry, 459 something. 3, 2, 1, 0, 1, done. The padlock falls to the ground. The lever is heavy and worn. Pull it? Sure. So what was the book? 7? Left one. Right one. Left one. I don't remember. Reach inside. Sure, do it. I remember being told that they would face these kinds of trials. I would not have agreed to be subjected to them myself. Try it. And good luck. If you die, it's not fault. Well, I didn't know I was supposed to take a look. I guess I should have figured, but it's one of those things where how would you know until it's too late, right? How would you know to look in that way until it's too late? I didn't mean to go back to the main menu. I really like the concept of the game. It's actually kind of a cool concept for a game. I do want to try Agent Kowalski now again to see what I can do differently for her. Okay, she starts out in the lobby. Wait, she doesn't start out in the lobby. Oh, my head. Where am I? I can barely see anything. What happened to the rest of the team? She's gonna do her whole spiel again. Yep. She does her whole spiel again. She's like, oh no, my team is gone. I have to save them. A fabricator. The impatient tap of his thing. Reactivate generator. Her face is now crossed out. I almost feel sorry for whoever has to sneak in here and cover up our faces when we die. Pretty crappy job. Wait, so she knows that she's dead? Letting Eric was a weapons bench. She gets the knife. So she knows that her friend died? 6 doses of medicine remain. What if I just kill everybody? Let's kill every single person. Because I'm kind of curious what happens if everyone dies. And now I get it. Because let's say the shotgun, right? You get the shotgun, you fall into the pit, and then you die. Otherwise, you can skip the shotgun, and no one gets it, and no one dies. But if you want the shotgun, somebody has to die for the shotgun. I get it. That's the decision making that the game wants you to make. But then if everyone dies, do you lose the game? Or do you win the game? I don't really get it. It's strange that it does that stuff, because then do you get the shotgun later? Or is that just having to deal with, like, if that's the consequences of your actions, is that a good thing or a bad thing? Because it goes to the next person. And once I lose it, what happens? These people were tortured and starved for a long time before they were transformed into whatever they are now. Man. I didn't expect to play something like this. My brain is a bit too smooth at the moment to enjoy it as much as I should. It might look old, but it looks functional. I wish the Sarge was here to tell me for sure. What? It looks old, but looks functional. She wishes the Sarge was here to tell her for sure. A plaque beneath the weapon reads, "The spirit of vengeance is patience." Take the shotgun? Yeah, sure. The mechanism is disturbed the way the weapon is lifted. You are dead. But thank you, she died for a shotgun. Nice. Alright, let's tune the pistol. Let's go to Eric. Wait, the cyber guy is here too. I didn't know the cyber guy goes on these jobs. What? Hello, Eric. Oh man, you turned out the lights. Wait, they're actually off. Where did everybody else go? Where's Ashley? How does he know about Ashley being there? A photo of Aries are crossing us out and pushing it in our faces. Too bad everybody on your side is too ugly to be in the picture or get invited to a barbecue. What? Hey, that workbench looks like the one back at HQ. I noticed it because I'm a workbenchy kind of guy. Bench just has all the weapons, tools I need to upgrade our weapons. I'll use this pistol tuning kit to make our pistol more pistoly. What is this writing? Cool, it's more pistoly. It has a little pistol thing at the end. Cool. It's tuned, upgraded and buckrated. What? Call me 1-800-KILL-ING. What? What? What is this dialogue? Rate of fire attack power and accuracy and reload speed have increased. He's really slow. Power's off. Trapdoor to the ladder is sealed. Can I go to the pit of death again to speed run what happens if you lose everyone? He's really painfully slow at walking. I know it's evil and mean, but I just kind of want to see what happens if everybody falls. Oh, this also lets me know if I can see the bodies. Will I see Kowalski's body in this spot here? She is here. These must have been the guys who didn't get the butler job. But since when is that illegal? Can you comment on the fact that your partner's dead? A deadly pit. How'd this happen? Why'd they jump in there? Why did they jump in there? I've got to investigate. Why? Why'd you do it? I'd like to see this crappy old house stop me with a boomstick like that in my hands. The spirit of vengeance is patience. How many people can I throw down here? Sarge apparently no, so we do Sarge last. Maybe Sarge is the villain. God damn it! My whole team is dead. He's the sergeant, he's the captain, so we'll go for Mike Kelly, the cyber specialist. He loves cyber. I love cyber.
Ow, another hangover. Ugh. Thank God the lights are out. And did the team disappear? Where is everybody? The impatient tap of a small thing, a fabricator. The photo of Ares. This print photo is so lame. They should be telling us who died via like wristwatches that we can't take off. A weapon workbench. Eric could turn a slingshot into a bazooka. Hopefully if he finds this bench and upgrades the hell out of these pea shooters. I'm so cool. 6 doses remain. No, use them, no. It's a handle switch. Without the power, it does nothing. All these idiots on my team. I can't believe they don't understand the power of friendship, Baka Gaijins. I'm gonna show them what it really means to be the smartest one of them all. Hey, look, there's 2 bodies inside the pit. I wonder what these idiots were doing. Oh my god, look at this person. It looks like they skipped lunch. That's why you never do overtime. Gross. At least the other ones were wearing clothes. Oh my god. What the fucking fuck? What the fuck is this place? This dialogue is so fucking stupid. Oh god, I can't believe everyone's dead in this stupid pit. Oh god, you idiots, Baka Gaijins. What is everyone doing there down the hole? The leather is distressed beyond repair. I wish I could open this door, but I'm stuck here. Oh, what is this? A small cart containing various spirits. The bottle in front is labeled triple sec. Theoretically, I could have a drink. Theoretically, this whole thing could be a test from Ares HR to see if we drink on the job. So if you're listening, I would never do that. By the way, I understand the puzzle now, because patience is in the vengeance is the spirit of the spirit is the spirit of vengeance. You take the triple liquor and you put it on top to distribute the weight. But I don't care. I'm so smart that I don't need to believe in that stuff because I can lift it without triggering the weight mechanism. Awesome, an old school wooden shotgun. I kind of wish it was a more modern one. Take it? Yeah, I'll take it. Anyways, all right. It's a fucking comedy skit. It's a fucking comedy skit that everyone dies inside the pit except for the main evil person. So Sergeant knows what's up. Captain goes next. How does Captain live, usually? Why does Captain usually live? My damn head, singing like a man of war. Because what is it that makes Captain live with the main evil person? I forget her name now. Even in the dark, I can tell this wasn't in the recon. And what the hell is my goddamn division? I've got to get everyone out of here in one piece. One piece.
You are incredibly slow. You're slower than most people. Some sick son of a bitch is crossing us out as we die. At least you know who we still have left. No, he's faster than Eric, actually. Oh, he did like playing chess. Can you play chess? No? No chess? Alright. God damn it. Where the hell is my team? Why is nobody here? Why did no one wake me up? Am I getting fired? Does no one trust me anymore? All because of that new person, the biologist. She believes she can take over my team, that she's the commander of this operation. Huh, I'll show her. The way these men were treated reminds me of the POWs we used to liberate in the corpse. This is a goddamn disgrace. Okay, so the war reference, right? Because he's like he's like the grizzled captain, right? A deadly pit. Damn it. Must be one hell of a booby trap to be catching this many of us. Oh man, must be one hell of a trap to be taking all of us out. Oh man, I can't believe that this trap has gotten all three of my team members. Anyways, I won't fall for it. It can't be that hard. It might be vintage, but a shotgun is a shotgun, and 2 barrels are better than 1. Yep, take the shotgun. Huh. That wasn't so hard. Oh! Sorry, it's your turn. Sorry, get out of it. You gotta go in the hole. Sorry. My head. Where am I? Either the lights are out or the power is down. What became of the team? Without the captain, we have no orders. Oh, you're really slow. A Photovaries division. A procession of the dead. Subtle. Impatient tap. Low power mode. Reactivate the power. Fatal composition. A weapon workbench. If the lieutenant gets his hands on the right parts and finishes this workbench, finds this workbench, right? I should have also used Kowalski to look at those chemicals, because maybe she would have said something, because she's the medic, but also the other scientist. Oh, my head. I'm gonna find my team. Where is everyone? Why am I all alone in this terrible place? I feel compelled to go this way for some reason. I feel like... What's that smell? That's the smell of death. I used to smell it back at my home. And now it's here too? God damn it. That's why I joined the force. To stop it. To stop things like this. To stop the pain and the suffering. Oh, dear heavens, no. They remind me of the villagers that Vincent and I used to rescue. Long before our Ares days. Dear God. My team, Captain. A deadly pit. The team! How did so many of them end up here? I've got to investigate. A classic weapon like this might be a showpiece to the rest of Ares, but it'll more than get the job done. All I need to do now is take it and avoid whatever trap has obviously been set here. The spirit of vengeance. He can fall for it too, even though Kowalski said that the Sarge would know. Well, that wasn't so bad. The pit has taken everybody. The bloody pit has killed us all. Okay, so what happens now? Enter coin? Coin. We enter the coin. What happens? We're back. So we're back in the same place with the coin. The pain excruciating. So, the pain was excruciating. A photo varies. Changing my hair color did little to change the report. Uh-huh. Interesting. Okay. And I'm assuming all the progress that we got is the exact same. Because I still have all this ammo. No. Yes. No. No. Yes. I have ritual table. So K coins let me restart and keep my progress. But if you don't have a K coin, what happens? Like, what if I make her greedy for the shotgun? Well, last life I didn't make it, but this time I know what to do. This shotgun is mine, and no one's gonna stop me. Because if it isn't me, it's everyone else. And they're gonna use it on me. I'm having a premonition that attempting to take the shotgun might not be worth the risk. Take it. Well, that was easy. Holy shit, that's funny. Oh god, every single time. Okay, so now we do Sarge, and we see if Kowalski mentions Sarge. As if to say, Sarge would know what to do, but now will she still say it, even though Sarge is dead? My head, where am I? And the lights are out, the power is down. So same dialogue at this point, from this point on. Same dialogue from this point on. You're like, why am I allowed to do this? Well, I guess the game doesn't really want me to do this. It's very obvious that this is bad. It's like another way to reinforce the idea that you have power over time, and you have control over what your characters do. You have control over who experiences what and when. Right? But what I want to know is when you fully die, when everyone's gone, what happens at the end? Do you lose everything? Do you have to restart the game from the very beginning? Like, what does this all mean? A deadly pit. Poor bastard. My turn. So Sarge knows the secret. The classic weapon, yada yada yada. Take the shotgun. Well, looks like it wasn't that hard. It's honestly so funny every time. Like, imagine... What if we're playing the role of the AI who's trying to guide these characters? But we're like, oh, why don't we just keep doing this? Right? This is sick. This is like sick and terrible and awful. But like, I just can't stop myself. It's just so funny. And again, the rat cage is here, which implies that the rat is here as well. She doesn't comment on the chemicals, sure. And now we go and we die. Again. Also, I really like Kowalski's style. The short hair in the front and then the long bun in the back. She's a very nice character design. Sort of like a classic, cool looking character design. Reminds you a lot of like every character that we've seen has a character that they follow within Resident Evil. She's the Claire Redfield. So many members of the team, I can't even look. I guess it's my turn to join them too. Oh, she wishes the Sarge was here to tell her for sure. Well, what a cool shotgun. Let me try it. What? What happened? Hey, what? No. No, I want her to... No, I want her to die. Patience is the spirit of vengeance. When you take the gun, you wait, and then... Okay, I thought you had to replace the bottle. But always the solution was just to wait. Well, that was easy. I don't know why. I don't know how my team fell for that. These idiots. All right, time to die. Kill me. 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 I need to know what happens when we die. You're not doing damage anymore. Why? Why aren't you doing damage? Kill me. There we go. Kill me. Kill me. Kill me. Why are you not doing the damage? Kill me. Do damage. Come on. Wow. I hope I don't have the shotgun, because it means the shotgun's gone. But that's interesting then. Maybe not everything stays. If I have the shotgun, then the equipment stays. But if I don't have the shotgun, then it means you always have to know the solution to the puzzle. It's like the idea of premonition. I have the shotgun. So because I solved it successfully that one time, I have the shotgun. And actually what's interesting is that every team member could live. There's a playthrough, there must be an ending of this game and a playthrough where you do everything correctly the first time and you remember every single thing as the first character. And maybe even with Kowalski, maybe you could win as Kowalski at the very beginning of the game. Which would be a whole different ending because everyone there is dead. I know we do everything as a team, but this is too much. Holy shit, I know we do everything as a team, but this is too much. That's funny. A plaque beneath, the spirit of vengeance. I can't, so I can't die here anymore. Okay, well, we'll go back to where the body was. Maybe I can find Kowalski's body. Right? Because it is weird that our bodies show up, but people don't show up until they die. There's cool. Okay, let me see her. Actually, no. Actually, no. She lost too much blood. If I knew how, I'd give her half my blood right now. You search the corpse. You give her half your blood right now. That's true love. You know? Hit me. Hit me. Kill me. Kill me. Kill me. Man, I should have never gotten the shotgun. It makes it so much harder to see what the ending is. Or like see what happens when you lose everyone. Because the thing that's interesting about this game is that because you can experiment like this, right? I would rather experiment like this early to know what the flow of the game is like. That way I know what to expect as I play the game and what I need to do in order to get the most satisfying ending, if that makes sense. Because this is definitely a game that you would play multiple times to try to get the best possible run. It's an interesting way of doing it too, because usually a new game plus feels very empty, right? A new game plus, you play it again, you know the story, nothing really changes. Its gameplay changes, which are fun, but if you don't care about the gameplay, then what is in it for you? Whereas this takes that concept and says, well, it's not a gameplay thing. Sorry, it's not a story thing that you're playing through. Sorry, it's not a gameplay change only, it's also a story change. The entire game is a new game plus via the story, via the main story theme, concept, whatever the term is. I forget the term. It's cool. It's like if somebody said, yeah, it's literally just the idea of like somebody going, I hate these types of games and I wish I could not have a new game plus. I wish that there was just more game. Must be Nova quick. She would have known how to control this kind of bleeding. And now we see, what's his name? Brad? Lieutenant Downs, damn it. Must have lost too much blood. He'd never taken a hit like this. Okay, now you kill me over here too. So it's just a procession of bodies for the cyber guy to find. Can I shoot these things? No. I can't shoot these things. Can I shoot, what about the collar? Why is the collar shining? Oh, he died. Oh, shit. Oops. God damn it. Now, okay, we're good. It's a Congo line of death. Everyone dies in a line. I can't hit the zombie. Oh god, it's too fast for me. Oh, it's over for me. I'm not gonna make it. Somebody tell my tail. Somebody tell my tail. I'm not gonna make it. I can't shoot the zombie. I'm missing. It's over. My knife. Ah. I am surprised that with the concept of this game that there's different places where it's like you can die instantly, because that must be so annoying, because it's not quick to restart the whole simulation, right? Everybody has to die for it to restart the simulation, and if you want to do it perfectly you have to wait every single time to get through all 6 people. It feels painful. I think it's a cool concept, but when you recognize that one problem where it's like the only ending that matters is the true ending, it makes you go, oh man, this sucks, because you have to go through it over and over again, go through the slow slog of waiting for the thing to count down, getting everyone killed so you can restart, just to be able to do the thing again. It's like one mistake could ruin your perfect run. And that feels almost too harsh. I kind of get why it's doing it, but it is harsh. It's actually, and it's everywhere, nasty. And she's dead. Cool. The writing in this game too strikes me as like it's very typical for the era, in the sense of like it's harkening back to that era of time when, you know, very, I don't know, what's the term, like chauvinistic, and also very just like strange, because he's like, oh, the blood, it's everywhere, and then implying that, and then he says after, and she's dead, implying that it's her period or like something. It's Eric and it's disgusting blood everywhere, and it's his blood, and he's dead, or maybe he's just stupid actually. But like that idea of like, that idea of like, I don't know, like the writing has this element of like, it's cheesy, it's corny. That's a word, not chauvinistic. It's cheesy and it's corny. This character embodies that. Okay, you die here, so it has like a cool sequence, and you die backwards, so it's even funnier.
Oh my god, is this what killed my captain? Oh god, and Eric? It's so strong. I don't think I'm gonna make it. I'm not made for this. All I do at home is I cyber. I never even practice. Oh, I'm not ready for combat. Oh, the only thing I can do is stay at home and yank it as I cyber with this one person from Arizona. Oh, Arizona. Oh god, it hurts so much. Oh. Okay, what happens now? If we don't use the coin, what happens? Can we even save the coins? Doesn't matter. No coins. Ominous music counting down. Feels like an arcade game almost. So what happens now? God damn it! This is hell. I'm in hell. She is in hell for betraying her team. Or she's just in the simulation. Dr. Olsen, nice to finally have you here. Thank you. You want me to speak with an animal? Oh, well, sure. Henry's right there. She doesn't seem to be aware. No one is aware. No one knows anything. My life is pain and suffering. But can I convince him to get the armor? You know what I mean? How many times do you have to die to get into the armor? Mike is engrossed in his video game. What? He's playing Resident Evil. Hey, leave my secondary desk alone. The desk of Ashley, her diary, she doesn't even keep it there. How does he know? Because he's a creep. Hola, rank is informed. He doesn't seem to recall anything. Looks like something is wrong with our PC. Okay, look at the PC. He's feeling fine, Kraken. Yeah, it's just the same old thing over and over and over. Brass knuckles, same old dialogue. But now you have to go through that whole opening sequence again. Chessboard. This chessboard has to be important for some secret. Has to be. And what's interesting is that the captain says whoever he's playing with. I just realized too, it's kind of weird that the captain says this. Even at the very beginning, right? A chessboard. Being stuck on the next move for ages, whoever I'm playing against on the other end of that 100 hours free thing is one hell of a strategist. So whoever else is playing chess with him on the end of this thing, whenever he's not inside the office, is one hell of a strategist. What if it's himself playing against himself and he has no clue, right? Well, it's a cool game. It's an interesting concept. It's a very strange concept. It's the kind of concept that I wouldn't have expected from a game like this. Take the key. Pick it up. I'm trying to. Because, again, a lot of these games tend to be very serious and they try to tell this story, right? Like, in many ways, I was expecting Crow Country plus House of the Dead. But this works, right? Obviously, it's going to be annoying to remember every single perfect detail, but I think if you're into that, you would enjoy this. I'm into that to some degree, so I'll take a look at this more fully next time, but it's getting late on my end, and I really should call it. It's a cool game. I like the concept of it. It makes sense. It's actually kind of a nice twist, because you don't really expect it. And it's better than a normal survival horror game, because it rewards you for what a survival horror game already gives you, but also lets you play with that framework and lets you choose who lives and dies. Like, it's sort of strange in that way because you get to see the world through multiple perspectives, and I think that's interesting because it provides that interesting twist in the story of, oh, we're an evil person. However, at least so far, play-wise, I haven't really seen the effect of it in terms of what we learn. Like, it doesn't seem like a knowledge learning game in the way that I thought it would be. Because, think of this. The solution to the shotgun puzzle. Kowalski says that Sarge would know, but Sarge doesn't know. And he looks at it and he goes, wait a minute. And then he just takes the shotgun. Like, he doesn't really have dialogue. He knows that it's an obvious trap, but he just takes the shotgun and he doesn't really think about it. In fact, the only thing that matters is the hint on the wall that every single character gets. And everybody gets it. So I sort of think to myself, what's the point of having the mechanic of playing through multiple characters? Even though it's cool from a story perspective, it's sort of like you have 6 lives per run. And if you have more K coins, you can continue from that run. But otherwise, you restart the run from the very beginning, and you have to go through it again. Which is fine. There's nothing wrong with that, but it does make you think.
And now too, I don't have a K coin anymore, so it's gone. So nothing. So everything that I do now, I just have one shot. Whereas before, I had 12. It's a limited resource, and because the knowledge is gained by you as the player and not really the characters and which character you use where, it feels a little bit worse than a multi-character game. Because in many ways, multi-character games are fascinating in that your knowledge from one character can sort of lead you to another character's salvation or redemption or even like punishment, right? You see a bit of this explored in games from what's his name? David Cage, Michael Cage, the developer of the creator of games like Heavy Rain. Though very flawed, the idea of seeing a story through multiple viewpoints and keeping those in mind as you move through the world with these characters' actions, at least is played out there in a much more full manner, in a much more direct manner, where the characters themselves have agency within the story. Whereas here, at least right now, the only flaw that I see is that it's only us, the player, that has agency, and the only thing that we get from it is the understanding and the perspective of the character. Which is fine, it's not a bad thing, but it just makes you wonder. It's just a 6 lives mechanic, and obviously the more lives you have, the better the story ending, presumably. So, if anything, it sort of feels like the mechanic feels bad to use. It's sort of like the problem with... It's the kind of problem with... I don't know, there's a similar mechanic to this that I played in another game that I can't recall at the moment, but I remember this feeling, exactly this feeling, and if I can recall what game it was that made me feel this way. But it's that feeling of, wow, this mechanic is so cool, but I can't use it, or rather, I don't want to use it because it makes it worse for me. Like Dishonored. When all these cool combat mechanics existed within the game, and then you kill people, and then the world turns to shit. But when you play the game in the low chaos run, the way the game wants you to, it's honestly, like, it's a fun platformer to some degree, but because you can't do any damage and you play a whole different stealth game, the combat mechanic goes unused, and it's not even like a bad combat mechanic. It actually is kind of fun, and all the abilities to kill people go to waste. That it feels like you're playing 10% of the game for 100% of the story, and if you play 100% of the game, then you only get 5% of the story. You know what I mean? Like, it just feels worse. The trade-off isn't even worth it. And you might say that's the consequences of your choice, right? And that's what it means to have choice, but I don't really play games for that level of realism. I play games to have fun. Not in the sense that this game isn't fun and Dishonored isn't fun, but it sucks that some aspect of my fun is hampered by what the game has. And I can't just do something like attack people at once and at random in Dishonored and just play it my own way. It's not really a sandbox, even though it has all these tools. And in many ways, you have to play the game twice to see them both, which is fine because it's a whole different ending. But at the same time, it's the same gameplay to some degree, but it's not too. So it's fine. It's the same scenarios. But this game already feels like a very slow slog, and there's a lot of thinking that you have to do. You have to do it, over and over and over. At least there's some shortcuts, but as the map gets larger, how far do these shortcuts go, right? So it really depends on that later on. But even then, just knowing that sort of the best ending is locked away, at least presumably the best ending for the entire team is locked away, behind having to play perfectly the first time, and it ends up being that you just have 6 lives, feels very... I don't know, feels very annoying at best. I was hoping you would get a different perspective, and it'd be kind of that idea of using their life and their death as a way to glean different bits of information, right? So you'd push a little further, unlock a new area with a new way back, use a different character to gain their unique insight into something which would solve something. But in the end, for the shotgun puzzle, again, Sarge didn't say anything. He just said the same thing. He's like, this is obviously a trap. But he didn't even hint towards the solution because the solution was on the wall. And so it's like, sure, you gain knowledge, but knowledge is in the numbers that you get. That it's weird in that it's the same type of knowledge that you would have gotten if you just played the game twice. So it's almost like the live system doesn't matter because let's say you have a puzzle where you have to enter in a code, and that code is found in various rooms. Well, you can skip ahead and get the code if you know what the code is by having pre-knowledge, by having foreknowledge. Then you just play the game and you know what the code is and you're fine. And you enter in exactly the code and you're good, right? There's no difference between doing that, playing the game as one single character but playing it multiple times, and here playing it as 6 characters. There's no unique experiences that so far the characters give. Again, it could be just that I'm too early, but if the main draw of it is this mechanic, and already the first time that it could be used, that hint of Kowalski saying, hey, Sarge would know what to do, switching to Sarge only for him to say nothing new, if that's the first thing that happens, and we're already using the mechanic, I think that's a sign of maybe the concept falls apart very quickly and isn't fully fleshed out. But either way, cool concept, cool game. A little worried about that, but we'll finish it at some point, just not now. It's getting late.